Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're going to pause for a proverb. Let's go. Proverbs 11:28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. What do most people trust in? If you remove God from this equation, the next most popular answer I would think would be money. Money is what we dream about as children. We work towards acquiring it as we are teenagers. Our success or failure seems to be determined by it as adults. And finally, as seniors, our security seems to depend upon money. What we trust in is what we are putting brings us confidence, comfort, and oftentimes even contentment. Trusting in riches can bring you temporary satisfaction, but ultimately it is due to fail. For money is easily lost. When gained, you spend the rest of your time chasing more and hoarding it like a greedy miser. Only trusting in God can bring true satisfaction and lasting success. Flourishing as a branch is how the righteous are described, and it seems to be an odd way to label success, but not if you were farming trees or growing them. The idea is that they are budded trees, that they are abounding with leaves. These are telltale signs that the life of the tree is good and the harvest will be good too. Verse 29, he that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. Tony Evans tells the story of an infidel who died and he left his entire inheritance to the devil. Well, no one knew exactly how to distribute such an inheritance, and of course, to the devil as well. And finally, a judge ordered that the only way his inheritance could truly be left to the devil was to let no living person touch it. So, as expensive properties lay vacant for years, slowly over time, the wind and the weathers did their damage and the house fell in. The property, now covered with thorns and thistles, was of no use as well. If you trouble your own house, you're going to inherit the wind, which will blow it all away. However, if you give your life to Christ, you'll inherit eternal blessings. Then the fools whose inheritance is blown away will become servant to the wise of heart. So, will you invest your life in wisdom or in wind? In the earthly or in the eternal? Begin investing in wisdom by reading God's word and, more importantly, by obeying it. It's a small dividend, but over time it adds up to quite the inheritance. Let's look at one more verse, Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 30. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. When you go to an apple tree at harvest time, what do you expect to find? Well, obviously, you expect to find apples. Why? Well, it's the nature of the tree. It would be unnatural to walk up to an apple tree and to see a peach on it or a pear. What kind of fruit does the righteous life produce? It produces more life. It's the nature of a child of God to bring life to everything and everyone that they come in contact with. The world, on the other hand, brings forth death. We're born in this world dead, dead to the things of God. If we continue without God, this vicious cycle doesn't end. And it never ends, even with our physical death. It is an eternal cycle of death. This is why the wisest thing we could do in this world is to find righteousness in Jesus Christ. Then you can go throughout this life winning other souls over to the power of life in Jesus too. So, are you living wisely today? If so, you are seeking to tell others about him. The opposite of being wise is to be a fool. Therefore, to not seek to win souls is to live a foolish life. So live wisely today.